Hey y'all, hope everybody is enjoying getting into the app. If you're new to the program or if this is your second or third go around, I hope you're enjoying learning what my mom and I have spent a lot of time putting together as far as educating you about, um, what's good for you to eat, what's not good for you to eat, what causes inflammation, what's going to help your gut get healthy, and all those great things. And a lot of it's probably going to be new information. A lot of it's going to dispel a lot of misinformation that maybe you thought over the years about fats and vegetable oils and all that other kind of stuff. And all that's important. It's very important for you to learn those things. However, what my experience has shown over the years is that the biggest problem that I've had, and that dozens of clients have had, is consistency. It's not losing the weight, it's keeping it off. And I will say from my own experience with any addictive type issue that I've had, the biggest reason that I haven't been able to be consistent is I had a mental and a spiritual issue going on, as well as a physical. The physical was just an expression of the mental and the spiritual issues that I was having. And so we're going to do 12 meditations, and I feel like it's going to be provide the most value for you guys, because it's provided the most value for me if each one of these weeks is tied to a principle. And I learned this through the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. I had my own addictive issues over the years. Thank God I'm sober and clean, and living a great life now. But there have definitely been times that I've had issues with certain things outside of just food, even though I've had those issues. And the 12 steps have been the most valuable thing that I've ever come across, as far as teaching me how to become consistent in my recovery. And really, that's what we're all trying to do here, right? We're trying to recover from poor eating choices and low self-esteem, poor body image, all those different things. So the first principle of the first step is honesty. And of all the steps, this is the one that has to be taken 100%. They all have to be taken 100%, but if you don't get this one first, then none of the rest of them can come to pass. What I want you guys to do is, I want you to spend some time. My mom may have gone over this with you when she was, when you guys were discussing joining the program, but I think it's very important for you to get honest about what you want and why you want it. Why do you want to be healthy? I think it'd be a very, very beneficial to write these things down. I'm going to give you an example of what real honesty means in reference to this. So I've had this happen with multiple women, so I'm gonna use a woman as an example. If you're a man, you may have different reasons, but for women, this is what I've come across. And when I ask them, why do you want to lose weight? This is a typical response. Well, I want to lose weight so that I can look better in my clothes. Okay, well, why do you want to look better in your clothes? Well, I just want to look good when I go out in public. Well, why do you want to look good when you go out in public? Well, I just want to look good, in front of my friends. I want to feel confident. Well, why do you want to feel confident? Well, because when we go out in public, I notice my husband looking at other women, and he doesn't look at me. Okay. Why? What is another reason? Well, we haven't really been intimate with each other in quite a while. Because I'm not confident in my body, and I don't think he's attracted to me anymore because of that. And I just, our marriage is just not what it needs to be in that department. That's the kind of honesty that I'm talking about. Addressing that and being honest with yourself about those kind of issues, even though it's painful, is going to be the key to you maintaining long-term success. Another big thing you need to be honest with yourself about is this: up until now, all of our efforts have failed on our own. I can almost guarantee you there's probably more than half of you guys that have tried some type of weight loss program before, but for the most part, you probably tried to do it on your own. You tried to do it outside of community, and it just doesn't work. It never works for me, and it's not going to work for you guys. So That's another thing you can write down is I cannot do this on my own. I need community. I need the support of all the other people that are in the challenge. My mom, Coach Matt, Coach Nancy, my mom. I need their help. I cannot do this on my own. And I think those two things, if you'll do those, if you'll write down, I can't do this on my own, and also write down your reason why you want to do this. Like, get real gut level honest with yourself. And, it could be, hey, I just feel like, my body's a temple. If you're a Christian, and I think, most of us are, but even if you're not, just say, my body's my temple, and I want to treat it the way that God wants me to treat it. I want it to be useful, for his purposes. And it can't if I'm unhealthy. So, write those things down, because here's what we're going to do. My mom and I both, but mainly my mom, one of the best accountability tools I think that there is that we've come across is whenever you start to slip, we're not going to beat you over the head about it. We're just going to ask you this simple question. Did you change your mind? Are those things that you mentioned in the beginning that you wanted to change, are they not important to you anymore? Is it not important that you regain the intimacy in your marriage? Is it not important to you that you have the respect of other people, of your children, as far as how you're, treating your body? And is it not important to you that you respect the temple that God gave you? I know that seems hard, but that's really what we have to ask ourselves, because I think a lot of us get into shame and guilt because we lie to ourselves. We say we want to do something and we don't put in the effort to do it. But that's what the community here is for. So anyway, I'm going to try to keep these as short as possible. My mom tried to, tell me to keep it at 5 minutes, but spend some time meditating, writing those things down, and just kind of sitting with those emotions. And I think you'll find as we move along in the steps, the next step is hope. We'll get into that. So you're going to kind of, bring yourself down a little bit as far as having to address why you want to do these things. But the next principle behind the second step is hope. And so we're going to get into that on the next one. But yeah, we love you guys and are proud of you. You're already practicing honesty to a certain extent just by joining the program. And yeah, we look forward to seeing the miracle happen for you. All right.